हेलो।
सर आवाज नहीं आ रही।
कब से नहीं आ रही बेटा ये?
सर शुरुआत से ही नहीं आ
जब
रही।
से क्लास चालू हुई है।
Oh God, is it so? Somebody
Yes,
has
sir.
muted it or
Yes.
what? I have been explaining this with a full zeal and all. Anyways,
नो सर, नहीं आ रही थी सर स्टार्टिंग से।
वीडियो भी नहीं है और वो भी नहीं है तो तुम ओहो, मैं तो 3-4 पॉइंट ऐसे ही बोल दिए इसका मतलब। कोई नहीं, चलो लेट मी स्टार्ट इट वंस अगेन फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू। So we have to start it from here itself, right? Fine.
यस सर।
बेटा ऐसा कुछ हो तो मतलब इतनी लंबी देर तक तुम ऐसे ही बैठे रहे तो मुझे बोलना तो चाहिए था।
सर आपको मैसेज किया था।
बेटा मैसेज नहीं देखता हूँ मैं जब मैं पढ़ा रहा होता हूँ, यहीं पे ही बोल दो ना आप। The CR of the class, either you or someone else, anyone in the class can tell me कि sir your mic is muted. बीच बीच में बोल दिया करो, नहीं पता चलता है कितनी बार, है ना?
ओके सर।
चलो fine. So let us just start with the transfer of ownership. Okay. So yesterday we talked about this KV tempter, doctrine of KV tempter we studied, in which buyer has to be aware about whatever he has to purchase. So he will be the only person who will be responsible for the purchases made by him. Okay. Now today we have to see that when the ownership transfers. So ownership transfers and the risk actually follows the ownership. So if you see this particular thing, the passing of property, when the property is passed, the delivery of goods is done and the passing of risk happens. Okay, but this passing of risk doesn't always happens after delivery. Even if you have not taken delivery from the seller, the passing of the property happens, and as soon as the property is passed or the ownership is passed, it is said that the risk is also passed, or you can say risk is also transferred. So what is the importance of time of transfer? So as soon as the property is transferred, the risk will also be said to be transferred from the seller to the buyer, and also the risk of the as the risk of the property will be transferred, the person who is the owner of the goods at that point of time will be held responsible for, or will be able to take action against the goods for anything if the property has been transferred. Okay, so this is very important. Hardly matters whether the whether in whose custody the property is in. So if the property is in the custody of the seller and the property has been transferred and the buyer has told seller to keep the things with him for a certain period of time and something happens to those goods, so the seller will not be responsible, the buyer will be responsible for that, because the property in the goods has been transferred. Now the goods belongs to the buyer, but it is kept with the seller as such. Okay, so that is what is and this actually, and the legal rights and the liabilities are also decided on the basis of this thing only, that when the property in the goods has been transferred. So property means the ownership. Okay, property is nothing but the ownership, and risk follows the ownership, because who will be the person who will be the owner will be at risk, particularly for the goods. So primary rules regarding passing of property is dealt in these 4 points. Okay, so the first most point is regarding when the goods are ascertained, or they are specific, and it is and the property in those is passed when there is an intention to pass the property. So where the contract of sale or specific certain goods or property in them is transferred to the buyer at such a time when they intend to transfer it. Okay, and intention of the transfer will be decided on the basis of 3 things. One is the conduct of the parties and circumstances, and the intention itself will decide whether the things have been transferred from the seller to buyer or not. So unless a different intention appears, the rules regarding section 20 to 24 will be will decide whether the intention was there to pass on the property or not. Okay, so let us just first decide about the specific goods which is in a deliverable state. So where there is an unconditional contract for a sale of specific goods in a deliverable state, the property in the goods passes immediately immediately at the time of the delivery of the goods itself. For example, X goes to a shop for taking the television, okay, and ask the shopkeeper for the home delivery. So the shopkeeper agrees to do the same, and television is immediately becomes the property of X. So immediately now what happens if in the transit, if in the transit the television gets broken down, so it will be at the risk of the buyer, not the seller, because transfer of property has already happened. Second case is if the goods are to be brought in a deliverable state. So if the goods are to be brought in a deliverable state, then the seller has to take all those actions which is required to bring the goods in the deliverable state. So since the goods till the goods are in the deliverable state, the property in those goods cannot be said to have transferred until and unless contrary provided in the contract itself. Okay, for example, you went to buy a car, and you have just chosen a color of the car which is newly to be brought by you from the showroom, and because there is a lot of dust and all this happens, so the car, in order to bring in the deliverable state, there are some preparations to be done. So the seller will do all those preparation to bring the car in the deliverable state, and then only there will be a transfer of property in the car. Okay, next is if the specific goods in a deliverable state, when the seller has to do anything thereto in order to ascertain the price. Now what the thing is, the goods are in deliverable state, but the seller has to weight the goods or measure the goods, or you can say test it, or do any act which in order to ascertain the price of the good. So until and unless till the time the price has not been ascertained, the goods will not be said to be in a deliverable state. For example, A sold carpets to the company which were required to be laid. To be laid means these were required to be pasted on the ground and on the wall. So the carpet was delivered to the company premises but was stolen before it could be laid. So it was held that the carpet was not in a deliverable state because the contract in such a case was in the way that the goods are to be, or the carpet is to be pasted on the floor, and that was a part of the contract. So until and unless it is complete, the property is not said to be transferred, and in this case seller will be responsible, not the buyer. Next is when the goods are sent for sale or on return basis. So sale or return basis means if the goods are the buyer is allowed to take the goods, and if he likes the goods, he can keep the goods. Otherwise, he has to return the goods within certain specific period of time, or otherwise, if he wants to keep the goods, then he has to inform that he is keeping the goods. So that is called sale and approval basis. So the rule over here is that till the time the buyer has approved the goods, till that time the property is in the seller. It has not been transferred to the buyer because from buyer the approval is yet to be received. Okay, and what happens? So when he signifies his approval or acceptance, then it is done. So if he does not signify his approval or acceptance to the seller, but retain the goods without giving any notice, then if a time has been fixed, for example, you have given a car to your friend to just have a test drive and to just check it off, and you have given him 2 days. So after 2 days, he has not replied. So it will be deemed that the car is purchased by him, and you can claim the price of the car from him. In the same way, if there is no such expiry date, or you can say no such expiration time fixed, then what will happen? Then the reasonable time will be decided by the court that when this car will be said to be there. Okay. So further, if he is equivalent to accepting the goods, so which is equivalent to taking the goods. In such a situation, what will happen? In such a situation, also the suppose, for example, he pledges the goods or he sells the goods somewhere else. So he has done something which has actually transferred the property in the goods to someone else. So in that case, also the goods will be said to be purchased by him as such. Okay. there are certain examples. Even for example, P bought a musical instrument from a musical shop on the condition that he will purchase it if he likes it. So it is a sale and approval basis. After a week, he informed the shop owner that he has agreed to purchase the musical instrument. The ownership is transferred when he has decided to purchase it, as his own. Okay, so buyer under the contract of sale or written basis deemed to have exercised his option when he does any act exercising domination over the goods, showing an unequivocal intention to buy. Dominance over the, because he's having the possession of the goods. Suppose he pledges the goods, he sell it to someone else, so he is actually showing the dominance over the goods. If he has shown the dominance over the goods, or he has expressly told that I am buying it, then the goods will be said to be transferred. Okay, so A delivered from some jewelry to B on the sale or return basis. B pledged the jewelry with C. So it was held that the ownership of the jewelry has been transferred to B, as he has adopted a transaction by pledging the jewelry with C. In this case, A has no right against C. He can only recover the price of jewelry from B. Okay. So this is something on the basis of sale or return basis. So next is your risk. Actually, prima facie transfers with the property. This is given under section 26. So unless and otherwise agreed, the goods remain at the risk of the seller, because it belongs to seller. So it is, the risk is of the owner, because since the seller is the owner till he has sold it, so he will be having the risk. Okay, until the property then is transferred to the buyer. If the property is transferred to the buyer, then risk will also be transferred. But when the property then is transferred to the buyer, the goods are at the buyer's risk. Whether the delivery has been made or not, that is totally immaterial, provided where the delivery has been delayed. Now what happens if the person has delayed the delivery? Okay, now in that case, the default will be of the party who is actually making the delay. May the goods have been transferred. Now it is in the custody of the seller. Now buyer is just delaying it to be transferred at his own name. So what will happen in that case? May the things have the ownership has been transferred, but because of the delay of the buyer, the goods have damaged. So in that case, it will be the liability of the buyer, not the seller, because goods might be in his custody. So whosoever has made a default, for example, seller has made a default in delivering the goods and something happens with the goods in the seller's custody. So in that case also, buyer will not be held responsible, because seller has delayed the delivery of the goods and something has happened because the goods were in his custody, he will be held responsible. Okay, so delay in the delivery of the goods is also one of the very important thing. Now, provided also that nothing in this section shall affect the duties. So in this case, duties and liability of the buyer and the seller as a bailee will not be affected. So whosoever is having the possession of the goods, he is having possession on the behalf of the bailer, that is the other person. So he has to take all due care of the goods in order to take the goods, or you can say take care of the goods as if it is his own. Okay, so next is the owner of the goods must bear the loss or the damage of the goods unless it is agreed to. Under section 26 of the Sale of Goods Act, unless otherwise agreed, the goods remain in the seller risk until the property has been passed to the buyer. After that event, they are at the buyer's risk whether delivery has been made or not. This is very, very clear. So this is prima facie, it is, but at the same time, one more thing is over here is that if it is agreed that may the goods be in the possession of the buyer, but risk will be of the may the goods be in the position of the seller, but the risk will be of the buyer. In such a situation, buyer will have the risk. So actually it is implied that whosoever is the owner will be having the risk. But if it is something which is contrary to it, then in that case whatever is expressed will supersede the implied one. Okay, now this is regarding suppose there was one person was there, A contracted to sell 100 bales of cotton to be delivered in February. So B took the delivery of the part of the cotton but made a default in accepting the remaining bales. So he has made a default, so he will be responsible. Okay, so buyer will be responsible. Consequently, the cotton become unfit to use. So loss will have to be borne by the buyer. Okay, so it should, however, be remembered that the general rule shall not affect the duties and liabilities, and at the same time the other person should have taken a proper care of the goods. Okay, as on the behalf of the on the behalf of the buyer. Now seller has to take care of the goods. Okay. Now, as noted above, the risk, there's a liability to be the loss in the case of property destroyed, damaged, or deteriorated passes with the ownership. Okay. So the parties may, however, agree to the contrary. So whatsoever they have agreed, so it will totally be dependent. Now, what the thing is, the goods are in custody of the seller in this case. So if seller has actually agreed that, okay, I will take all the proper care of the goods, the remaining part of the goods which are with me, which you can take from me afterwards, and this something happens, in that case, the seller will be held responsible, provided there is an express agreement regarding this. Okay, next is now transfer of the title, sections 127 to 30. So sale by a person who is not a owner. So subject to the provisions of this act and any other law for the time being in force, where the goods are sold by a person who is not a owner thereof, who does not sell him under the authority or with the consent of the owner, the buyer acquires no better title. So this is very, very important. And it actually points towards one maxim which is called namo dat quo non habet. It is coming up. So, but there are certain exception to it also we will study. For example, there is a sale by a mercantile agent. So if a mercantile agent is selling something or an auctioneer is selling something on the behalf of the seller, in that case, the transfer of property can happen because that person is authorized to do that. Or otherwise, if the other person is having no knowledge or he is having no clue about the whose title the goods are, and he has purchased the things thinking that the person who is not having a good title is having a good title, then the title may be good with that person. Okay, so let us analyze. So what happened? So this is what is called namo dat quo non habet. I was just talking to you about that. So this means that a person cannot give a better title than he himself has. So a person can only give what he himself has. Okay, so you cannot give anyone what you do not have. So I take it to some extent to the in a philosophical way also. A person can only give what he has. So have happiness with you and spread happiness. If you are having sorrows with you, you will spread sorrows. If you are motivated enough, you will inspire others. Okay, so a person cannot give what he doesn't has, or a person can only give what he has. But here the context is namo dat quod non habet. It means that a person cannot pass on a better title if he himself is not having a better title. For example, if a person has some stolen goods, A sells some stolen goods to B. So who buys them in good faith, B will get no better title as a true owner and the true owner has all the rights to get back the goods from B. Okay, so in that case it will not be applicable. So P the hire of the vehicle under the hire purchase agreement sells him to Q. So P has taken the goods on the hire purchase agreement. Okay, and he has actually not paid all the installments and has sold it to Q. Q is a bona fide purchaser, has acquired the ownership of the vehicle. At the same time, a person who from whom the money is due may recover the goods from the person to whom it is sold, that is Q. Okay, so he can recover it from Q. Why? Because Q is not having, or otherwise what the thing is, he will ask Q to just give back the amount which he has, which P has taken. So what happens? But if this rule is enforced rigidly, what will happen? The innocent buyers will be in loss. So there are certain exception to this rule. What are the exceptions? Exceptions are if the sale is by a mercantile agent. I have already told you. If the sale is by a mercantile agent, in that case, you can say it is something which will bind the other person also. If the sale is by one of the joint owners, so if the sale is by one of the joint owners, at least that person is a owner. So if one of the joint owners, if selling some goods to someone else, the other person, if he is not having any information that it is being sold by a joint owner, will get a good title of the goods. Okay, so at the same time, when he's getting a good title of the goods, definitely this person who is a co-owner can actually claim the things from others. For example, A, B, and C are the three brothers, and they are the co-owners of a TV and a VCR. And with the consent of B and C, the VCR is kept in the position of A. So A sells the TV and VCR to P, who buys in the good faith and without notice that A had no authority to sell. So P gets a good title over VCR and the TV, and B and C can file a suit against A in order to recover the amount for his unauthorized sale. Okay. Now further is, if sale is by a person in a possession under the voidable context. For example, things are in possession of someone and he has acquired it by coercion, undue influence, misrepresentation, or fraud. So as he is having all the things with him and it is under voidable contract, he can sell it to someone else, and that someone else, whosoever will buy it, will be having will be having all the good title of this goods. Okay, so the title will be good if the sale is from a person who has got it under the contract of sale of voidable contract. Okay, for example, X has fraudulently obtained diamond ring from Y. So this contract is voidable at the option of Y, but before the contract could be terminated, X has sold the ring to Z, who is an innocent purchaser. So Z gets a good title and Y cannot recover the ring from Z even if the contract is subsequently set aside. But at the same time, Y is having all the rights to resign the previous contract and file a suit against X for the recovery of the price of the goods. Okay. Next is sale by one who has already sold the goods but continues to be in possession. So a person has actually sold the goods to someone else, but those goods are still in his possession, or the other person to whom the goods have been sold has not come to take the possession of the goods. So if a person has sold the goods but continues to be in possession of them and he again sells it out to someone else without the notice of the previous sale, so that that new person who is actually not having the notice of the previous sale will acquire a good title over the goods. Now the person who is the original buyer of the goods can file a suit against the seller in order to get the recovery of the amount which is there with him. Okay, so this is an example given. So during IPL matches, P buys TV set from R. So R has agrees to deliver the same to P after some days. In meanwhile, R sells the same to S at a higher price, who buys in good faith and without knowledge about the previous sale. S sets a good title. So S is having a good title because he was not at all aware about the thing that because there is a previous sale. Next is sale by a buyer obtaining a possession before property is in goods invested in him. So a buyer has obtained the possession of the goods and the property in the goods has not yet been transferred. So property in the goods is yet still with the seller and the buyer has got the possession of the goods, but actual deals are to be done. So in that case, but it is an intention. It was intention of the seller to sell the goods to him only. Okay, so you can say in anticipation of the intention of the buyer that he will get the goods, he actually either sells it or pledges it or dispose of the goods to the third person. So such third person who obtains the delivery in good faith will be having all the rights to keep the goods. Okay. Next is effect of estoppel. I gave you the example of estoppel while I was teaching you the Contract Act. So estoppel means if A has sold his car to B, okay, A has sold B's car to C. So car belonged to B. A has sold B's car to C in front of him only, okay, and he has allowed C to believe that A is agent of B. So afterwards, B cannot deny the fact, or B will be stopped to deny the fact that A is his agent. So in such a case, a person who has received the goods or who has bought the goods in good faith will be having a good title over the goods as such. Okay. Next is a sale by an unpaid seller. So an unpaid seller is a person who has not been paid the amount of the sale. So a person who has not been paid the amount of the sale and he has given the delivery of the goods, or he might not have given the delivery of the goods. In that case, the other person, whomsoever such goods are to be sold, will get a good title over the goods. And this doctrine of this no more that who non-habit will not be applicable. So further is a sale under the provisions of the other acts. For example, official receiver or official liquidator has been appointed under the Companies Act, or you can say the Insolvency Act, on the behalf of the insolvent, and he is selling certain things, so he is allowed to do that. So in that case also the person who is getting the goods will get a good title. Next is purchase of the goods from a finder of the lost goods. So he will also get a good title, because he never knew that it is the person who is selling him the goods has found the goods somewhere. He is not a real owner of it, but still he will get a good title. Next is a sale by a pawnee. Also conveys a good, because pleasure or the pawner has actually given the some property or some ornaments to pawnee for keeping it as a security, and he has not given the money, so pawnee is having all the rights to sell the goods to someone else for recovery of his money. So this was all about today's class. So any question or anything you would like to ask, please ask me. One more announcement is there for all of you. Though you have seen all the questions and the quizzes, there were people, those who were not able to appear in the quiz. So I am taking the quiz again. Okay. So all the 4 quizzes, the same quizzes, same questions will be asked to you again, and you have to appear again for it. So Chirayu, please tell me the timing when we can have it. But one thing for sure will be now here. Now you have previously done what, that you have forwarded the link to someone else, to your friends, in order to do the thing. And even from WhatsApp also some people have clicked the link and they have attempted the quiz. So but now and onwards also you will not be allowed to take the quiz if you do not have your own ID and password, and you have to take quiz only after coming on the Teams. The link will not be shared anywhere else. आपका नुकसान होता है, तो you will be responsible, because now more than 1 month has passed, the classes have started, and I have seen most of the students are having very less attendance. Yeah, Vikramaditya, tell me.
सर वो लास्ट 4 क्विजेस हुई थी, उनके मार्क्स कब आएंगे सर?
बेटा वो मार्क्स जो है वो, क्योंकि आपने अलग अलग उसमें गड़बड़ियां करी है ना, किसी ने कहीं पे फॉरवर्ड कर दिया कुछ, तो उसमें जो आपके नाम आ ही नहीं रहे, सारे एनोनिमस आ गए, इसलिए मुझे क्विज वापस लेनी पड़ रही है। वही वाले क्विज वापस आपने अभी तक जो टैलेंट वॉइड हो गई। हाँ आकाश, क्या हाथ खड़ा करके बोला करो, व्हेन आई टेल यू देन ओनली यू शुड स्पीक। या बोलिए
सर, सबको देनी है सर क्विज वापस?
हाँ सबको देनी है क्विज। अब पहले वाले क्विज तो मैं डिस्कार्ड कर रहा हूँ, मैंने डिलीट भी कर दी, ठीक है। अब जो क्विज होगी वो आपको देनी है, और फिर से प्रिपेयर कर लो, क्योंकि हो सकता है इसमें क्वेश्चंस में और भी चेंज कर दूंगा, सारे के सारे वो के वो नहीं रहेंगे, कुछ एक चेंज हो जाएंगे। तो यू में अगर आप वो नहीं रखते हो तो फिर देन आपका नुकसान हो सकता है। मैं आपको इसलिए पहले से इन्फॉर्म कर रहा हूँ। हाँ जी, और एनीवन एनीथिंग एल्स? कुछ पूछना है आपको अभी तक का? अच्छा, वन मोर थिंग, क्विज ऑन सेल ऑफ गुड्स एक्ट विल आल्सो हैपन नाउ। ओके, और खाली एक ही आपका दो क्लासेस और रह गई हैं इसके, तो नेक्स्ट वीक वी कैन हैव दिस सेल्स ऑफ गुड्स एक्ट का क्विज भी अपन रख सकते हैं। ओके, एनीथिंग एल्स, एनीवन एल्स? सो सेल ऑफ गुड्स एक्ट को ढंग से पढ़ लीजिए। वन मोर थिंग, आई हैव अपलोडेड the videos on YouTube. I hope you have the link for that. लिंक है आपके पास में? WhatsApp पे मैंने आपको भेजा था लिंक।
Yes sir.
Okay, so please go and see those videos. Okay, if you have some doubts, और नहीं तो एक बार तो सब चले ही जाओ उधर, so that at least ऐसा लगे तो सही कि मुझे वहाँ पे उसको डालने कोई फायदा हो रहा है, नहीं तो otherwise I will remove it. Nobody is putting on the YouTube. So एक बार जाके उसको आप देख लीजिए। ओके, और चाहे तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए, जब भी आएगा नोटिफिकेशन वो आप बेल आइकन दबा के और वो whatever. I don't want to advertise in that way, but you can do it. Okay. So there is no intention of actually creating money out of it, but still that is for your use. Otherwise, it is not useful for me. Okay. But still, because it's a requirement, it's a COVID time. If you want to revise something, you can always do it. Yeah, Akash, please tell me.
सर उस पे सर सब नहीं है सर, सारी
हाँ?
क्लासेस नहीं है सर, सारी
बेटा,
क्लास अपलोड
क्या हुआ था, मैं आपको बताता हूँ. आपकी बात सही है, सारी क्लासेस उस पर नहीं है. जो पुरानी पिछली क्लासेस वो नहीं मिलेंगी आपको, लेकिन आपको 25 तारीख के बाद आपको सारी क्लासेस वहाँ पे मिल जाएंगी. 25 तारीख के बाद में एक भी क्लास मिस नहीं हुई है वहाँ पे अपलोड करने में. 25 तारीख का यहाँ मैं आपको बता दूँ, वहाँ पहले भी यही हुआ था कि भाई previously these all videos used to get stored. Then one fine day we got a notification that it will be stored only for 20 days. So now what I am doing, every day I am downloading it and every day I am uploading it on the YouTube. अभी आपकी क्लास खत्म होगी, मैं आपका वीडियो डाउनलोड कर लूँगा, उसके बाद में I will put it on the YouTube. Okay, so YouTube पे तो कोई दूसरे टीचर्स भी डाल नहीं रहे हैं, बट आई हैव पुट इट फॉर योर कन्वीनियंस, क्योंकि मुझे काफ़ी लोगों ने बोला था अरे सर वो तो पहले पूरा डाउनलोड करना पड़ता है, 200 MB का वीडियो होता है, रोज रोज कौन डाउनलोड करो. सही बात भी है, रोज रोज आप कहाँ 200 MB, 1 GB और 1.5 GB का आपको लिमिट मिलता होगा उसमें, अगर जियो का कनेक्शन है तो उसमें से अगर जो है 200-300 MB यहीं लग जाएगा, तो फिर आप बाकी की मूवीज़ और दूसरी सीरीज कैसे देखोगे रात को. सो बात तो सही है वैसे, तो इसलिए मैंने यही सोचा, मैंने कहा वहाँ पे वो कर देता हूँ. हाँ आकाश, कुछ कहना चाहते हो?
नहीं सर.
तुम्हारा हाथ अभी झंडा खड़ा है ना? फाइन, ओके. सो एनीवन एल्स, एनीथिंग एल्स? Those who have joined new also, it's an opportunity for you to please. और एक बात और, जिन लोगों की अटेंडेंस नहीं आ रही, I will not be responsible, मैं आपको बता दे रहा हूँ. Okay, so you have to get your IDs prepared. IDs जो आपकी email IDs है वो आप कर लीजिए, उसके बाद में आप वो कर सकते हैं, ठीक है ना. चलिए, let me take the attendance. आदित्य चोपड़ा, आकाश जैन, अभय जैन, अभिषेक सिंह सिसोदिया, अधिराज, आकाश जिंदल, आशुतोष शर्मा, आयुष वर्मा, चिरायु, दीपक थनवानी, दीपेंद्र गुजर, दीप्ति राकेश, देव्यांशी चौकसी, फजल अहमद खान, गौरव शर्मा, हार्दिक रहेजा, हर्ष टिमानी, हर्षित गुप्ता, जयपाल सिंह तंवर, अभिषेक बिलोची, कनिष्क बिलोची, कनिष्क शर्मा, खुशी वाधवा, लगन महिपाल, लक्ष्य शर्मा, लकी चौधरी, मनीष खिलेरी, मिहिर अग्रवाल,
प्रेजेंट सर,
जैन, नमन सिंह, नेहा गोपलानी, परिजा गुप्ता, पार्थ गौतम, प्रणव शर्मा, प्रियम सोनी, राघव सिंगल, ऋषभ गोयल, ऋषि कानूनगो, सागर शिरवी, साहिल खंडेलवाल, संज्ञा गुप्ता, शिवम, श्रेयांश जैन, शुभांग, सृजल पुरवर, सुरभि सिंगल, तनिष अग्रवाल, तरुण सिंह, उज्जवल गुप्ता, वैष्णवी मिश्रा, विक्रमादित्य सिंह, विशाल चौधरी and Yashashvi Purohit. Fine. Okay. So Chirayu, you there? Chirayu.
Sir, you didn't call my name.
Who's Ritvik Sethi? Okay, Ritvik Sethi. Noted. Maybe it might have got missed. Sometimes it got missed. So please, if your name has not been called, please be attentive.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, welcome. And afterwards, I will not be able to, now this attendance is also being shared with you today or day after tomorrow. You will have a link in which attendance will be shared to all of you. So you have to see your attendance on the daily basis. So if you inform me about your attendance one day after the attendance has been marked, then afterwards I will not change the attendance at all, because on daily basis I am marking it on DMS. Okay. Yeah, Ritvik.
Sir.
Yes, Ritik Yadav. Want to say something?
Sorry, sir. से हो गया था sir.
Oh, कोई बात. It's okay. So guys, please participate in the class maximum at the maximum possible level. Okay. Fine. Yeah, Surbhi, you want to ask something?
सर आपने अटेंडेंस अभी अपडेट नहीं करी है क्या डीएमएस पे?
बेटा अभी सारे इकट्ठे करूंगा, क्योंकि अभी तक तो आपके क्लासों के अंदर उथल पुथल ही चल रही है. अभी भी आपके सेक्शन डी में 2 के नाम नहीं, इसमें एक नाम एक्स्ट्रा चढ़ा हुआ, डीएमएस की बात कर रहा हूँ।
अच्छा
इतने लोगों ने चेंज किया, इतने लोगों ने किया करा, मैं आप किसकी अटेंडेंस कहाँ डालूं मुझे समझ में ही नहीं आ रहा है। और अगर मैं डाल दूं फिर उसके बाद में लॉक हो जाती है, फिर आप भी कुछ नहीं कर सकते, मैं भी कुछ नहीं कर सकता। सो दैट्स व्हाई आई एम वेटिंग फॉर दिस टू फ्रीज डाउन, कूल डाउन एंड विल एक साथ चढ़ा दूंगा मैं सारी की सारी इकट्ठी। लेकिन आपकी कन्वीनियंस के लिए मैंने आपको उसको करने के लिए, अगर आप अभी 1 मिनट अगर देखना चाहो तो मैं आपको बता देता हूँ, आपकी सारी अटेंडेंस मैंने गूगल शीट पे चढ़ा रखी है।
अच्छा ठीक है सर।
हाँ, तो वहां से आप देख सकते हो, आपको उसका लिंक शेयर हो जाएगा। और आप 24 घंटे 7 दिन अपनी अटेंडेंस भी और आप अपने सबके मार्क्स भी और एक दूसरे के मार्क्स भी सभी लोग देख सकते हो। ऐसा नहीं है कि भाई एक जना एक के मार्क्स देखेगा, दूसरे, मैं सारी क्लास को सबके मार्क्स दिखाऊंगा।
सर इसकी लिंक शेयर कर दो ना ग्रुप पे आप।
बेटा एक बार उसको कंप्लीट हो जाने दो ना। उसके अंदर अभी जैसे मैं अभी आपको, आप चलो अभी रुको 1 मिनट, मैं अभी इसलिए खोल भी रखा है, मैं अभी आपको यहीं पे इस पे ही शेयर कर देता हूँ। 1 मिनट जरा आप, कि ये अभी आ रहा है। हाँ, 1 मिनट बेटा, मैं अभी आपको लिंक इस पे ही लगे हाथ शेयर कर देता हूँ। क्योंकि वहां से आपको एटलीस्ट ये पता पड़ जाएगा कि किसने कितनी क्लासें अटेंड की। तो आपको डिस्क्रिपेंसी हो तो आप बता सकते हो, नहीं तो वीडियो देख लो। वीडियो के अंदर आपको आपके अटेंडेंस का नाम अगर मैंने अनाउंस किया होगा तो आपकी अटेंडेंस लगी है, अगर नाम अनाउंस नहीं है तो अटेंडेंस नहीं होगी। उसमें से कुछ एक गायब है। अच्छा, उसमें कुछ में तो मैंने इवन फुल अटेंडेंस भी दे दी आप लोगों को। दिस इज सेक्शन बी आई सपोज, है ना ये।
सर
मैं आपको शो कर रहा हूँ, स्क्रीन शो कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है। Just have a look of your attendance and afterwards I will just give the link also to all of you. ये देखिए, can you see it? Date wise attendance is
Yes,
there.
sir.
अभी जैसे अभी ये आज की लगानी बाकी है, तो ये अभी चल रही है, लगाऊंगा मैं, ठीक है। Got it everyone? नीचे करूं थोड़ा?
Yes, sir.
Let me scroll down. ये देखो, टोटल देखना है क्या? टोटल लगा दूं यहाँ पे?
हाँ, टोटल दिखा दो सर।
सर साइड में है टोटल।
वो नहीं, वो तो वहां तो है ही है। खैर यहाँ पे और देख लो, मैं अभी हटा दूंगा इसको। ये लीजिए, ये अभी तक कितनी क्लासेस हुए हैं? 23rd क्लास है आज, ओके ना। उसमें से आपने कितनी अटेंड करी है सामने है आपके, ठीक है। वैसे यहाँ पे टोटल इधर भी आएगा और साथ में परसेंटेज भी आ जाएगा। परसेंटेज में बाद में निकालूंगा वैसे, ठीक है ना, कि किसका कितना परसेंटेज है। हटा दूं यहाँ से, बाद में वहां देख लेना आप अपने आप, वहां ही रहा है टोटल, ठीक है। सो आई एम शेयरिंग दिस विद ऑल ऑफ यू, ओके। I am putting it over here. आपके उसमें डाल दूं, चैट में डाल देता हूँ, फाइन।
हाँ,
ग्रुप पे डाल दीजिए।
या फ्रॉम देयर यू कैन टेक द लिंक। लीजिए, अब इस लिंक से आप एक्सेस कर सकते हो अटेंडेंस को, ओके। चिरायु प्लीज ये लिंक आपके उस पर भी डाल दीजिएगा, आपके ग्रुप पे। चिरायु, आर यू देयर?
सर
या
Okay,
ये
sir.
लिंक ग्रुप पे भी डाल देना बेटा.
हाँ.
Okay, my dear everyone. Fine then. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Have a nice
Yes,
day.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, take care. 1 मिनट वो अटेंडेंस का ले लिया था क्या मैंने?